Hola. So it's been a while, and if you've clicked this video, then the chances are high that there is something in your life that you want to achieve, but for some reason or the other, you're just not able to get that thing as you want it. And in this relatively short video, I'll be talking about why it is that exactly that you're not getting the thing that you want. So the reason can be that, or you just clicked on this video because you miss me, you miss my pretty voice, and so yeah. Anyhow, now that you're here, so let's just start with the video. So why are you not getting the things that you want from life? See, based on my personal experience. Now again, this is going to be very subjective, and I'm gonna quote some personal experience. But I think this applies largely to the whole human population, and yeah, so you'll understand as I talk along. So see, if you're not getting something that you want, 9 out of 10 times, I don't even think 9 out of 10. I think every time it's not something something outside that's happening, right? Maybe it is, right? 9 out of 10 times is not a bad number to go with, but 90% of the time, it's not something external that's happening, it's something internal. So, what I mean by that is, you are not yet ready to achieve what you want from life. That's why life is not giving that thing to you. Now, this might sound very bizarre and strange, but what I have found has helped me to achieve those things that I want is to look inside, not see external factors, that okay, someone else got the job, or maybe something happened, maybe lockdown happened, so that's why I could not move forward in life, that's why I went into depression, or this person came in my life. It's nothing external, okay? It's internal. So what you need to do is look inside of you and see exactly where you're lacking. So by lacking, I mean there are a lot of flaws in a human being, right? And once you sort of analyze and see exactly what flaws you have, and you start to build upon them to correct them. So maybe the relationship between you and your parents is kind of strained, so you try to work through it. Or maybe you have some anger management issues, so you start working through them, right? Once you do that, once you see these problems in yourself and you start working, that's when new life paths unlock. So understand this, the level of resistance that's not letting you get up is because of these flaws within you. There's nothing external, right? The moment you get past these flaws, or these negative habits, you'll move past. Life will allow you to go further, and you will actually feel like everything is falling into your lap now. You don't have to push through, you don't have to chase, everything just simply comes to you. And it's the best feeling in the world. It's it's like you sit in a vessel, and then all these forces, and there's something out there, right? I would like to call it God, and it just pushes you through this ocean of life, and all you have to do is sit down and sail. You don't even have to steer, everything will happen automatically, and it's one of the best feelings in the world. I say this with such conviction because I have felt this in the last 2 years, or more so. I think I have felt this all throughout my life, but I have been able to analyze it and actually see the pattern in the last 2 years. So that's what I'm sharing with you here, right? So something internal, get through it, and then new life paths will unlock. Now, how do I know this is true? Because see, when it's happening, I did not know it's happening because of this. I have been always been very big on self improvement and development. So I think any other person, I'm always trying to improve myself, see what quirks and kinks there are inside me, and I try to straighten them out. I try to work towards bettering myself, and it's just been a habit of mine, right? So I did not know it's happening in real time, but when I reached a state that I wanted to reach in life, and then I looked back, so in retrospect, it's okay, so I was this guy, right? And let's say I had a goal to make an X amount in 1 year, and I was not able to reach that goal, right? Because I have been trying for a long time to make it in the online money space ever since I was 15 or 16, but I only saw some success after I was 20, 21, right? So in those years, when I looked at it in retrospect, I realized that I was just not ready to receive the amount of money, or like to receive the amount of power, or to receive the amount of responsibility that was going to be thrown at me when I had like that kind of success. And because I was not ready, that's why life was not giving it to me directly. So when it hits you, like, you start to see the patterns, like why certain things happened. And you clearly see that if you had gotten those things before you were ready, things would have taken a turn for the worse, right? So in order to balance things out, you have to get rid of those things inside you, like the bad habits. And then things will, like, whatever you want will simply come to you. It'll be like, you have unlocked a new level in life, and then you'll just ascend to that. And then you just keep working on, like, it's a lifelong process, right? You just keep working on yourself. You see what internal things you need to improve, and as you do that, new things will keep coming to you. I mean, obviously you have to work for them, right? It's not like it's just gonna happen to you. You have to put in the effort still, but this time it will work, right? And if it does not work, there's something else that you need to, like, improve. So you go and improve that, and then things will start coming. So yeah. One of the other points that I want to drive home is that treat life as your best friend, right? So life does not happen to make you suffer. Life is like, as I said, treat it as your best friend, because a best friend would not want to hurt you ever, right? So whatever happens in your life is actually happening for the best of your, like, is actually happening for your for your own good, right? So, and the current reality that you're living is the best possible reality that you could be living, right? There's no better version. Like, things could have been better. If you inscribe these two mindsets inside your head, like, life is your best friend, whatever happens for you, not against you. And the other one is that, what is the other? Oh my god, I zone out really. So the other one is that, you are living the current reality that you're living is the best possible reality. Like, it couldn't have been better. So once you inscribe these two things, you sort of have that mindset that no matter what happens to you, maybe a loved one dies, or maybe, like, you're going through the worst phase of your life, and you can't help but, like, laugh at it, because things couldn't have been worse. Like, things couldn't have been better. Like, this is the best possible reality you're living. And I don't know how to explain it better, because, like, there is no scientific explanation for this. Now, I personally have always been a very scientific person. I used to look for, like, logical reasoning and everything, but there are some things, like, away from the grasp of science, or like science hasn't yet gotten to, like, developing these explanations for these things, but you do know that they're real. It's just that you can't perceive them with the current tools you have in traditional science, like the imperial science stuff. So, but they certainly are there. So all I can do is, like, analyze and look at the patterns, because it keeps happening again and again in life, and then sort of, like, condense this knowledge and live my life based on that. So that is something I'm sharing. Sadly, I don't have any logical explanations or, like, scientific explanations for it, but it does happen. So if you're not getting what you want, look inside, see what needs to be done, get it done, clear it out, then try again. And chances are high that this time you will be able to, like, break through that barrier of resistance and get whatever you want from life. Because life is like, it's how I see life is like, it's a treasure chest, right? So you can get anything you want, basically, right? There are no limits. All you have to do is just reach for it, grab the treasure, and then take it back. So yeah, it's that easy, right? But you have to prove yourself to be worthy enough for it. So keep bettering yourself, and you'll get anything that you want. Thanks for watching this video. I don't know how long it got, and this is the first time I'm doing, like, sort of this thought dump. And yeah, it's just like experimenting with different stuff. So the video has ended. I'm just talking about random stuff now. So you can click away if you want. But yeah, so I saw this girl, her name is Farah. So she's doing these kind of, like, talking podcast episode sort of thing with her audience, and I was like, wow, I want to do that too. Because firstly, I feel like I have some things that I would like to tell the world, or like dump my thoughts, I think it's a good way to do that publicly. And I just think it'll be fun to try something new. So this is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna edit this video, right? So yeah, this video must be having a lot of like pauses, and then again I must have like I zoned out, like, in the middle of the video. But I'm not gonna edit them out. I think the main premise of this, and like if I make more in the upcoming videos, is going to be that it's raw, it's unedited, and I can speak my mind. Yeah. So let's see how this goes. I'll stop the recording for now, and it's fun to be back on YouTube.